Fall is a great time to plant bulbous flowers in the garden. However, before you start planting, it's important to remember some key rules about these plants. It's a Sprouted Seeds YouTube channel. Subscribe and let's get started. 1. Inspect your bulbs carefully. Making sure they are well and disease-free is crucial. If you plant an infected bulb in your garden, it could spread to other plants. If you see any small defects, use a sharp knife to carefully scrape them off, being careful to get to the good tissue. Apply a fungicide treatment to the bulb thereafter to stop more infection. 2. Choose the right planting location. The location should be well lit and receive plenty of sunlight. Before planting, loosen the soil by digging to the depth of a spade. Allow the soil to settle for a few days after digging. If you plant bulbs in unsettled soil, they may sink deeper than intended, which can affect their growth. The soil in your selected area has to be loosened if it is heavy and retains water. Add compost, sand, peat, or coconut substrate. Soil that is too wet for bulbs to grow in causes them to decay. Conversely, if the soil is poor and sandy, consider enriching it with organic matter, such as well-rotted manure. 3. Ideal planting depth. For bulbs, the planting depth should be 2 to 3 times the bulb's height. In hard winter circumstances, they could freeze if you plant them too shallowly. However, if planted too deep, they will expend too much energy sprouting, leading to delayed or weakened blooming. Make sure the bulb is inserted vertically, with its roots pointing downward, while planting. Sideways planted bulbs will have to use more energy to correct themselves, which may impede growth. 4. Replanting bulbs regularly. For bulbs to remain healthy and vibrant, they must be periodically dug up and replanted. This needs to be done every 5 or 6 years for daffodils, every 4 to 5 years for crocuses, and annually for tulips and hyacinths. 5. Avoid challenges with replanting. If bulbs are left in the ground for extended periods, they tend to spread deeper into the soil and move laterally, making them harder to locate. When digging them up, gardeners often accidentally damage the bulbs by cutting them with a shovel. Many gardeners use special instruments called bulb baskets to prevent this. These baskets have several benefits. They protect bulbs from being eaten by rodents and make it simple to enhance the soil in a localized area because you can add fertile soil directly to this basket. Additionally, baskets provide an aesthetic solution for dealing with unsightly foliage after blooming. I remind you that bulbs cannot be dug up immediately after flowering. They should finally dry out, and during this time take nutrients from the leaves for future flowering. You may easily remove the complete tulip basket with its soil and transplant it in a less noticeable area of your garden, where the bulbs can continue to mature after the flowers have faded and the leaves have begun to wither. 6. How to plant bulbs in basket. Dig a hole and set the basket in the bottom to plant bulbs in it. To provide the bulbs a base, fill the basket with a tiny bit of soil. Then, arrange the bulbs vertically and cover them with soil. You may place a stake there to designate the bulb kind once you've planted. Planting and caring for bulbs in your garden can be made easier by following these tips.